Hey y'all, I'm Kara, founder of Bravely Go, back again today with 11 teeny tiny lifestyle changes that can pretty instantly improve your life and your money. Making change in your life doesn't only have to apply to big, huge, life-altering decisions. It can absolutely apply to small things that over time and after repetition become big changes in your life. So today I've got 11 small things that I promise will instantly improve both your life and your money after you start doing them. Number 1 is set up a get shit done date with a friend. Procrastination comes for all of us, and it's so easy to continually push things off and tell ourselves, I'll do that later, I'll do that later. And then later never comes, and we are left with this to-do list that seems never ending. Setting up a recurring weekly or monthly date with a friend to get shit done is a really good way to work on this never-ending to-do list. Set aside 60 minutes where you hop on a phone call or maybe a video call, put yourselves on mute, and just work on getting stuff done. Maybe this is when you finally vacuum the house, or you finally deep clean the bathroom, or you write a letter to your senator. Regardless of what it is you're doing, you've got somebody on that phone or on that computer that's keeping you accountable, and by having it be at the same time every week or month, you know you're planning that into your lifestyle. You can also go ahead and make this fun by putting on your favorite music or ritualizing the end of the call where maybe you toast to each other with a drink of some sort or you have your favorite snack, but make it enjoyable, make it something that you look forward to, and I promise it will improve your life. Number 2 is to create a maybe box in your closet. Many of us have a lot of clothes that we don't really wear, but we also can't get rid of for some sentimental reason. I personally have carried around a Towelly t-shirt, who is a character from South Park, for the last 11 years of my life, despite having not worn it for the last 8 years of my life. I keep moving it from house to house because I have a sentimental attachment to it. The maybe box helps us answer the question, will I ever wear this? So take 15 minutes, sort through all of your clothes and everything that's a maybe, like maybe I would wear this if the right occasion came up or I had the right reason, and stick it in the maybe box. Give it a month, and at the end of the month, if you don't miss the item, then make a plan to donate it. Think about it this way, you're not losing a piece of clothing that you never wore anyway. You are giving someone else the opportunity to love this piece of clothing and wear it all the time, the way it was meant to be. Number 3 is to assign specific chores to specific days. It's very easy to get overwhelmed at the amount of work that goes into keeping your house organized, clean, and just kind of a delightful place to live. So something that works really well in my household is to assign certain chores to certain people and to certain days. I don't do laundry. I have not done laundry while living with T-Bone for like the last 5 years. T-Bone does all of our laundry. I do all of our meal prepping, and we just know that that's how it works. Now, there are other things that we haven't assigned to a specific person, and instead we've assigned that to specific days. So you can do this in your own life. Maybe Monday is the day that you deep clean the kitchen after work. Thursday is the day that you wipe down the tub and the bathroom sink. Saturday is the day that you vacuum the whole house. By assigning each chore to a specific day, you know it's going to get done and you don't overwhelm yourself on any given day of the week. It's not like Sunday comes and you have to both deep clean the entire house, wipe out the tub and the sink, and vacuum everything. Number 4 is to start baby meal prepping. I'm a huge meal prepper. I live and die by meal prepping, but I know it's a challenge for a lot of people, especially if you're neurodivergent or you've got multiple kids or you have just kind of a wonky work schedule. Maybe you work nights or weekends or something. So a really easy way is to do what I call baby meal prepping. And baby meal prepping is simply this: double that recipe that you're making so that you can stick half of it in the freezer. That's meal prep, baby. Other easy baby meal prepping ideas is to get some fresh vegetables, like some cucumbers or some peppers, and just slice those up and stick them in the fridge. It'll take you 2 minutes to do, and now you have a healthy, easy, available snack just waiting for you. You don't have to become Julia Child or Guy Fieri. I was trying to think of a celebrity chef, and those are the only two that came to mind. You don't have to become Guy Fieri to start meal prepping in your life, I promise. Number 5, schedule a quarterly home purge. This is not like those scary movies, The Purge. I've never seen them, but they do scare me. Instead, what this is a recurring calendar date that you have with your partner or with whomever you live with to go through the stuff in your house that's beginning to pile up. Last May, my partner and I were packing up our home because we were not renewing our lease and we were going to go travel for 2 months. And that meant we had to get everything out of the house we were renting. And as we were packing everything up, we noticed, hey, we have a ton of crap. We don't even know how we got so much of the stuff that we had. And now we were faced with a choice: either pack it up and stick it in a storage unit, so we'll have to pay to just keep this someplace, or get rid of it. Now, we both tried to live lives where we create as little trash as possible, so we didn't want to just toss everything in the trash, which meant on top of trying to get everything out of the house in a limited period of time, we also were doing a ton of last-minute research on where we could donate our old sneakers, or what shelter would take our old sheets for their dogs, etc., etc. Now, we did end up committing to donating a bunch of our stuff, which feels really good now, but in the moment was hyper stressful. And I absolutely advocate for creating as little waste as possible and for participating in the secondhand economy and the circular economy. But it would have made our lives a lot easier if we had done a quarterly purge leading up to the move. So now we have a recurring date set on our calendar for every 3 months where we have set aside 2 hours for us to go through either the whole house or a specific room. This gives us a set period of time where we can purge the stuff we don't need, those random items that people left at your house or that your mother-in-law gifted you or whatever it is, that you can just say, hey, we don't actually need this. Let's get this to the donation. Let's give this to our friend Susie. Let's trash this. We hope that this new habit we're developing is going to prevent us from having clutter pile up on the day-to-day, and also from finding ourselves in a situation for if and when we move again that we feel like we are just being slowly buried under all of our own crap. Number 6 is to open a rewards credit card. I get asked this question a lot as a money pro, like, what's your favorite credit card? And my answer always is, well, what do you want to do with your rewards points? Are you a traveler? Are you someone who's into cash back? What's your kind of like lifestyle? Because honestly, even within the world of travel rewards, you can be accumulating hotel rewards points, flights rewards, you can be accumulating things like discounts on travel cars, rental cars. So you have to get really specific about which card you want. So I'm going to link to an article that we have on our website, bravelygo.co, where I break down some of my favorite travel rewards cards. If that's your jam, check it out. Open one of the ones I recommend. Simply opening a card that has rewards that aligns with your lifestyle and financial goals is going to improve your money big time. I myself am a big traveler, and we were able to get all of our hotels when we stayed in 3 different Colombian cities last July. I'm like, when were we in Colombia? June or July? It was July. We got all of the hotels for free because we used credit card rewards points. Number 7 is to limit the time you spend on social media apps. Social media is designed to be addictive, and I will be the first person to admit that I am completely addicted. But this year, I really want to break my habit of mindlessly scrolling. It doesn't make me feel good, it doesn't bring anything to my life, and it's actively preventing me from achieving other goals. You can use an app like Freedom or Social Fever to set a specific time limit per day to prevent you from accessing apps after that time limit. Speaking of social media, number 8 is to follow hobby-based accounts instead of consumption-based accounts. This is no shade to the fashion bloggers out there or the home decor experts out there, but let's face it, these accounts are built on consumption. They are built on selling us a new paint for our walls or a new couch for our living room or 14 new dresses from Shein. They're built on consumption, and they're also built on making us feel competitive. Why doesn't my life look like that? Why don't my clothes look like that? Why don't I have the perfect afternoon sunlight to take photos of myself looking super cute in that outfit or whatever? I'm not blaming these individuals. I'm blaming social media, which is just an absolute pox on our existence. But if you are following accounts that are ultimately making you feel bad or making you feel competitive or driving you to go spend more than you normally would, it's time to hit unfollow, or at the very least, it's time to hit mute. Instead, following hobby-based accounts, or maybe you're going to learn a new skill like sewing or woodworking, is a fantastic way to diversify your feed and actually have you leaving your time on the app feeling good and maybe knowing something new. Number 9 is to get a password manager. Online safety is nothing to ignore or take lightly. All of our personal information is on the internet, whether we know it or not. Using a password manager is a very easy way to put a buffer between your personal information and the rest of the internet. Number 10 is to delete any saved credit card info on your phone or on your browser. Delete, 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 baby. It is time to go. Putting just that little barrier between you and spending money is a fantastic way to save money and a fantastic way to reduce how much time you spend shopping online. I advocate for intentional buying, and having to physically get up and go get your credit card instead of just hitting buy now and having that saved information automatically populate is a fantastic way to actually give yourself a chance to say, hey, do I really need this thing? Where am I going to put this thing? What is this thing actually going to do for me in my life? Because don't get it twisted, these companies and these apps, they want you to mindlessly buy from them. They are counting on you not stopping for a second and thinking about the purchase. They just want you to go, that's nice, sure. Take back your power from some of these companies by deleting your saved information. And finally, number 11, along the same lines, delete your Amazon Prime account. Amazon is one of the biggest companies in the world. And let's face it, they kind of suck when it comes to things like workers' rights or environmental concerns. So if you can, try living without Amazon Prime for a few months and just see what that does to both your shopping habits and your money. Are you finding yourself saving more money? Are you feeling less pressure to buy things because you're not getting as many Amazon emails in your inbox? If ultimately you need to get your Prime account back in 3 months, I promise Amazon will still exist as a company. They're not going to go bankrupt because you deleted your Prime account for 2 months this spring. These are 11 ways you can pretty instantly improve both your life and your money. Definitely let me know in the comments if you've got any other tips. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please give us a like and a subscribe on your way out.